Hello and welcome. My name is Jake Kerr and I'm coming to you from the official new headquarters of BLXCK INK. Now, obviously you can't see behind the camera, but I have a massive open space. I have my kind of like all my processing, which is like, you know, all the steaming and kind of like organizing of the products that I've got is to my right here, and to my left is all of my clothes that I've collected over the years that I like to kind of use as like inspiration and like a good reason to wear them now that I have space to put them up and everything. Actually, let me start from scratch, just in case you're unaware of the actual story on how I got here. Not BLXCK INK, but how I got to this location. I actually bought a caravan maybe 4 years ago, and kind of put it, you know, I bought a caravan before I bought a four-wheel drive to tow it. I was driving a little Suzuki Swift at the time. But the idea was I was going to buy a caravan and obviously go traveling in it, and that kind of, I had a mate at the time who also got a caravan and was, you know, going camping and all the rest in his caravan. So I used to use my caravan all the time for camping. It was great fun. But one thing that I'm hoping that the microphone is plugged in properly. I haven't done a sound check, so I hope that the sound is okay on this. Anyway, let's pretend it is. Moving on. So we had these caravans, we were going camping, and the goal always was to travel around Australia in a caravan, and I really didn't have a plan. It was kind of one of those things where I just thought, you know, Dad always told me that if you have at least $10,000, you can usually save yourself through life. You can actually live quite comfortably, even if you have debt. If you have $10,000, it's kind of like a really safe amount to fall back on with, you know, car breakdowns or illness or time off work or getting yourself out of trouble, whatever it might be. So I've always kind of relied on having that $10,000. I thought, well, if I go camping around Australia, I'll essentially just need like 20 grand and I'll be right. So I pretty much got rid of all of my debts. I started saving as much money as I could. I got myself to $20,000, quit everything, and then made sure that my lease ran out as I fucking had that $20,000 saved. And then I pretty much just said, fuck it. Guess what happened about a month before all this happened though? So as you can imagine, I didn't just get to the day, walk out of my rental, quit my job, rah, rah, rah. Everything was kind of planned that we were gonna like stop working and move out of the rental and everything on this particular date. And a month beforehand, I'm pretty sure this was, the date was meant to be, I want to say March the 1st of, it can't be last year, it must be the year before, 2019. No, 2020. I believe it's 2020. We're going to start traveling. And of course, what happens 10 minutes before all of this is Corona happens. So we end up having this, like, essentially this caravan that's good to live on the road. The car's all kitted out, the caravan's kitted out. I have all the shit, the generator, the 12-volt water heater, everything inside the caravan you can want, the air conditioner, the TV, all the pumps and all the shit that I installed in it. It was all good to go, but the problem was we couldn't bloody go anywhere because obviously you weren't allowed to travel. So we thought, fuck it, we'll do what we can do. I shacked up at Dad's place, living in the caravan with Larissa, and you know, we just continued on as if we were just living in a caravan in my dad's place until we found something, you know, that was kind of suitable to move to, or maybe something that incorporates a job, or, you know, just kind of like anything, you know what I mean? I feel like at that stage we were just kind of fucking throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. We ended up finding this this spot in Mandurah. This lovely lady had 5 acres. She was unattended at the time. She just wanted someone there to look after the place pretty much and do some work here and there to kind of help maintain it and start to prepare it for her to move in like months or years to come. And we ended up staying there for like, I want to say 6 months or 9 months or 8 months or something, up until earlier this year. And pretty much it was, actually I know it was majority of summer, because it was just a really hot summer for us last year, and like a lot of mosquitoes because we backed onto a river at this property and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it comes to a point where we end up living back in Bunbury, and we have the caravan. We end up back at Dad's place, and obviously in the midst of all this, last year actually, Louis, shush, come here. You got a whole house now. Go anywhere else. Okay? Don't. She give me that look. But it's so during all this, while living in Mandurah, I actually started a fish finder, a business based around selling fish finders, and I wasn't too passionate about fishing, and I just kind of realized that I'd learned all of this stuff about web development and, you know, what do you call it, graphic design and marketing and just like social media and things like this. And I put it all together realizing like I still have black ink, so why not give that a hot shot, and ended up just getting super passionate about it and sinking all of my interest and time and energy and money purely into that. But we ended up back in Bunbury, and black ink was kind of at a stage where like I was just, every dollar I was making, I was spending it back on black ink. So I kind of didn't have the excess to be able to, you know, once black ink kind of turned to something that I not only, it's not that I was like, got passionate about it. I was always passionate about it, but it's like something had to happen for me to realize that there is no other option for me now but black ink, but to give everything to this business. And it's crazy because I say this all the time to Larissa, I say this all the time to even my mum, that like I know what black ink is in the future. I just have to do the work and put in the time so that people know themselves, like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years into the future. It's like I'm so sure about what it is that obviously there comes a time, and usually it's when you're selling something that you don't want to sell, or you're getting your last bit of savings out of the bank to buy some shit for your business or whatever. You have to make that decision where you're like, fuck it, I'm all in, you know? And making that I'm all in decision means that the next move up as far as accommodation and like a dwelling goes was obviously for me moving into a house. And moving out of a caravan into a house in mid to late 2021. I'm not sure if you've heard, but it's a fucking nightmare, right? So we actually went and had a look at a house. I think I've said this in my live videos or one of my other podcasts. But we had a look at this this house, this rental in town, and it was fucking crazy. There was so many people there. It wasn't a great house. We're definitely going to miss out on it. There's, you know, and like our price range, which I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's in the middle. You know what I mean? Like our price range of what we can spend on a house pretty much meant that we had to live like outside of Bunbury. And when I say outside of Bunbury, I mean like to get like a 2x1 or a 3x1 or something, you had to kind of like look at the outer suburbs, or if you're going to go in the middle of town, it starts like adding $200 and $300 onto your rent if they're available. So we're having a hell of a time trying to like figure out what we're going to do. Anyway, without getting too into it and too personal, good friend of mine, good friend of Dad's, had a rental. But the real important part about it was I had to have somewhere where black ink could kind of grow, where there's like room for, I kind of want too much room. I wanted too much room without being pushed into the shed or without being pushed into somewhere where it's kind of uncomfortable or whatever, only because I've come from a position where, as you know, if you're a long time listener, the space between the caravan and the house where I was living at Dad's was a fucking nightmare. It was terrible. I would have to like, to record a podcast, for example, I go up into the bar, I set it up, I record the podcast, I stop, I obviously edit the podcast to make sure it's all ready, I make a thumbnail, I do all the bullshit, but then, because of like, I don't have an internet connection, I have to hotspot my phone to my laptop and then leave my laptop and my phone up in the house for 2 hours while it uploads because there's not enough reception down in the van to do that. So I've got to like not have my phone on me, which if you're unaware, my whole business is run through my phone. I am constantly on social media, constantly engaging and promoting and doing something to do with one of the apps. So having it away from me for two and a half hours and being uncontactable, it's like, just that alone is such a nightmare. So it was like, now comparing it to where I'm at now, where I can have my AirPods in, walk all around the house and not have to have my phone on me, listening to a podcast while it uploads on something on my laptop simultaneously, it's fucking mind-boggling. So what I wanted to do is make sure that the next move that we made wasn't sideways, or wasn't like sideways and upways, it was just directly up. So I wanted to make sure that where we went, there was plenty of room for black ink and it was almost intimate with our home, right? And the thing that I didn't really realize this at the time, but the thing that I have definitely come to realize as it's happening and as I've put things into play and kind of like understood what it means to have this space back again, because that's a huge thing as well. Like having space back is actually almost like, for me, it was like a chore to re-understand what this meant, because it meant that like, I mean, there's heaps of stuff that I have to find space for like, as in like shelving and whatnot. And that whole process is like a problem solving of like storage solutions. Like, what storage thing do I get? Where's it gonna go? What does it need to have? Just like that alone is like kind of like rattling to me. So making sure that I had enough room for black ink was imperative, and making sure, as I said, it was quite intimate and involved with the house as well, but without having that thing of like, the same feeling of being in a caravan where everything that went on for Black Ink besides the podcast and packing shirts happened in not just like one house, but one room. You know, so while I'd be tapping away on the laptop at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, Riz would be sleeping right there next to me, and I could like lean across and grab the kettle and pour a coffee and drink my coffee. It's like now we have this situation where obviously I can do all these things, but it's like a shower is a 10-minute thing where you just like go to the bathroom, have a shower, come out, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to make some bacon and eggs. I go into the kitchen. I can actually make a mess and leave it for later on to clean up. It's not a whole half an hour job because I have to clean up. Otherwise, you know, the bench space in the caravan is absolutely fucked. So when we saw this house for the first time, it's actually kind of amazing because it's like a standard square bloody, I think it's a 2x1, and everything's kind of open plan, laid out, easy to navigate. Easy. When I say navigate, you know, it's like it's easy to figure out where shit's going to go as far as furniture and all that, the little bit that we do have. But then it's got this massive kind of added on V shape to the house that's roofed. There's a wood fire over there. I got an air conditioner behind me. Obviously, it's got this bar built in. I didn't create this, which is absolutely beautiful. And it's just massive. I'm probably 5-6 meters away from the breakfast bar ahead of me, and it's just heaps of space, you know. And it might be, I have no idea. That could be 6 meters. It could be 10 meters. I have no idea. It's a huge area, is what I'm saying, and it's outside of the house, but it's also indoors and protected. So that's what I was saying before. Like I have, obviously, this is my podcast area, which. Just a quick note, I'm sorry, I've just kind of put all this stuff up behind me to kind of get through today, just so I didn't have a completely white wall behind me, because then that would have made this shirt look really fucking crazy. So I've just kind of made do with what I can at the moment. Obviously, I have a shitload of work ahead of me, and I'm going to get all of this looking real snazzy, especially this podcast space. Hopefully, I can create some sort of area for 2 people as well. Because while I don't want to put 2 people on this podcast, I do want to start releasing some other videos in some other categories or other playlists that kind of have their own kind of spice, whether it's conversations with people or reading out creative writing that I made in the past, So I'm kind of excited just to see what I can do with the space and all the rest. What the fuck was I saying though? So this area has this podcast space, and like I'm so excited. Also kind of like, you know, rattled by it, but just creating like a process line and creating somewhere where like, I mean, if customers want to come and try shit on or whatever, and you know, they can come here, you know what I mean? Essentially they can come here, they're not going in the house, they're getting the full Black Ink experience, and it's obviously like walking in and seeing this, it's instantly relatable, but also having like a comfortable area, like a rug and a coffee table and seats. So I'm excited. I'll probably be doing a bit of a walkthrough video as it gets set up anyway, and then maybe even a bit of a montage of start to finish. But I'm not going to go ahead and say what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to do it, because that's one of the things that I fucking talk about all the time. So, but yeah, I mean, it's funny, you know, going through this process and like actualizing, like Riz and I joke to ourselves, it's funny because you kind of get like the bedroom and the kitchen are like fucking 25 steps away from each other. You're like, what the fuck, man? Like, I've got to get up and go get something. It's like literally, it's not just like a hop up and a hop down. And I really feel like, and this is going to be like literally maybe the silliest thing that I'm going to say on camera, but I feel like I've gone without. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've had some sort of deficit in my life for such an extended period of time now that I almost get emotional thinking about having all this space. It's like, I'm not only so happy that I have all this room for Black Ink to grow, and like that really is a pure happiness. It's like, I like, it feels in a way like not that I don't deserve it, but this is like such a magnificent thing to happen that I kind of feel like it doesn't belong to me, you know? Because I definitely, it's funny, in a way, I hear Joe Rogan talk about like imposter syndrome, where, and obviously he's at a completely different level, but I definitely feel that like, I feel like I've done the hard work to get myself to a point where Black Ink can carry me to this sort of lifestyle. Not that it's at all bougie or anything, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, damn dude, I'm like admiring the beauty that space gives you, and like, the ability to go somewhere and close a door and be doing your own thing, and Riz still being able to do her own thing. I've kind of had to like reset my mind as to like, this is okay and this isn't going away and this isn't going to be taken away from you. Because I definitely have that kind of ringing in the back of my head that something bad is going to happen. Even this morning, I've had to remind myself that like, no, you can just set up your little podcast area, record a podcast. Shit, if you want to upload it straight away, you can upload it. The whole choice is up to you. That everything is up to you, you know? Like, you don't have to act like you're going to apologize. And I know it sounds crazy, but that's literally where my mind goes for some reason. Is like, don't get used to this. Don't get used to this. Even when I'm moving shit into the house, I'm like moving things like, oh, yep, so if we have to move out, this is... Man, I think maybe it's just a little bit of that, because with the caravan, like, you always have to be considerate about, like, every time you put something away, it's like, we're only putting this away if we're actually going to use it again shortly. Otherwise, we can throw it out or put it into storage. You know, the caravan is so limited with everything that, you know, you've only got so much bench space. You've only got so much cupboard space. You've only got so much space under the bed. And then when it comes time to towing the caravan, you actually have to be so kind of aware of where that weight is. Otherwise, you're going to fucking fishtail and go all over the place when you go to drive. So I think just having that constant consideration for like weight distribution and like how much shit you own and how many shirts you have hanging up and all the rest. And now, like, literally I've had, there's like 4 boxes, massive, there must be like 60, 100 litre boxes in storage for the past, I don't know how many years, full of clothes that I've collected from op shops, or I've bought them new, or I've made them myself, or whatever it might be, just sitting there. And now I'm like, fuck, I want them all. I want to go and get a massive rack made up so I can see them and I can wear them. And if I want to get rid of them, I can get rid of them. But just having that option there, it's like, why not? Why not? It's my space now, you know? So yeah, I have been, as another note, I've been going live on Instagram quite a lot lately. So I've actually got into the habit of saving them as well. So I'm up to number 3 that I've gone live and saved and made a title for and written a little description. If you want to go check them out, they're kind of cool. They're like 1 to 8 minutes long. And pretty much it's just me like having a thought. Initially it was, I didn't have time to be recording these podcasts for like the past week. So I jump on Instagram Live and I just talk about an idea that I've got while I'm driving from like point A to point B. And it just gives you like an opportunity to kind of flex the muscle of like talking on camera by myself. But I kind of realize it's a cool form. So there's people, it's like, for people to respond to this, I understand it's almost like a responsibility to have 45 minutes set aside to watch this if you're going to watch it on YouTube or even listen to it. Like, I get it. And my voice is very my voice, and it just fucking... I don't know whether that's just a relationship everyone has with their own voice, where they're like, I could definitely go without hearing it when I'm speaking, but it's to get people, as an audience member, I don't expect you to invest 45 minutes in my ideas and then on top of that comment something and engage with my profile and do all the rest. But I think Instagram, because the comment and all that is right there, and because it's only on your phone, like you can't watch it on your laptop or on your TV, it's so easy to engage and respond with something. And I found that I'm actually getting a lot more engagement on the posts, even though I'm getting less views. But I'm also getting a lot more people direct messaging me from the actual IGTV thing, because that's where it saves into IGTV. It's just like a video that's over 1 minute. And it's like, to me, I mean, this is all about speaking to someone and like having an audience and developing a sense of what my character is on camera and understanding that and delving into it and kind of seeing where there's fun parts and what I can learn to not do. And I feel like the IGTV going live on Instagram is feels risky, you know? It feels risky, it feels fun. And it's like, you've got to be so, like, if I fuck this up now, it doesn't matter. I press stop, I delete the video, I start again if I'm energetic. And if not, I just fucking, you know, it is what it is. On the live, it's like, if you fuck up live, even if you delete the video, someone may have seen it. Now, with that said, nobody has seen number 2 and number 3 while I was doing it. So if you want to feel like a fuckhead, really easily, go and record an IG live, or go live on your story and have nobody sign up, and try and be interesting in what you're talking about. Try and maintain your confidence. Try and keep smiling. Try and keep looking at the camera and not at the number that says 0. Dude, fuck me. That's a feeling, huh? That's a feeling. Because like I've got another Instagram account that I can go live on and get, I don't know, anywhere up to, I don't know, like 150, 200 people. I think it's got like a following of, what is it? Maybe 4,800. I think it just clicked over 4,800. And like that, you know, that's another thing as well. Like talking live to 200 people that you don't know, that like fanboy of, you're fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like thinking that not only are people watching me, but they're watching me in real time. Like you're watching someone's mind figure something out while you're looking at them. And I even talked about this with my, in one of my Instagram lives. The fact that Chillin' It goes on his live feed and smokes billies is fucking crazy. It's crazy. Dude, I might get stoned off some artificial marijuana and I hear a police siren in a fucking, on a song in my earbud and I start freaking the fuck out. This dude goes live in front of 1,600 people, smokes billies while he lives in Australia, and fucking just sends talking shit. Dude, you're my fucking idol when it comes to this. I mean, I feel like you don't appreciate what this is until you are just talking to yourself like in a camera and like seeing you point at the screen like it fucking means something, you know? Man, that's a wild man. That's the real 2021 being a frontline fucking person just marching into war. It's like, although you can't even see the people that are going to shoot you down. Like right now, I can't see the person who deleted all my videos but definitely watches them all. Like I can't see you right now, but you can see me. Makes you think about how's that for a thought? Like where's that person in their head that they delete my videos? Like, I don't know. To me, like, be a man, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to do it over the internet? It's shit. I mean, I don't want to be physically hurt, obviously, but if you're that passionate about it, fuck, man, like, do something, you know? But, all good. All good. It's all good, you know? Look at my shirt, dude. It's all fucking good. I'm wearing track pants and Ugg boots under here because I don't give a fuck, you know? I don't give a fuck. Going back though, so I was saying I'm doing these Instagram lives and super fun, super kind of nerve-wracking. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like looking at porn while you're at school. You're like, most chance of getting caught, but you're also like, dude, titties, you know? Titties. But hey, have you thought about it? Titties. And also, who cares if you get caught? But if you get caught, it would be the end of you socially. It's just such a like exhilarating thing. And I'm joking, it didn't happen to me. I didn't look at porn at school, you know? I did it at home like a fucking normal kid. One thing I did talk about on IG Live yesterday is the review process. Now, if you watch the IG Live, dude, I'm sorry I'm going to repeat myself a little bit now, but I thought about what I said, and you know what? I was fucking right. Because if you're going to review someone, I feel like you need to understand what you're talking about in order to give a review, right? And that's actually the problem with what's going on with all the social media and shit. Like, you know, to get engagement, sometimes I'll go on people's shit, like on the search page, and I'll see like a picture of Miley Cyrus or something, and I'll comment on there like, who's this? Just so someone to go like, dude, are you fucking serious? It's Miley Cyrus. Or if there's a picture of like 3 cars, I'm like, bro, what's the blue one? They're like, that's a fucking R32 non-turbo cunt. Dude, you just engage with me. And in what I did in that example is the problem. No one can comment on anyone's shit on Instagram, on social media, whatever you want. And that's the problem with the review process is anybody with a fucking internet connection can leave a review. So people think because they are smart enough to connect themselves to the internet via their phone or laptop, that therefore they have it like a given right that they can give their opinion on anything. They can go and leave a review on how a roller coaster experience was. They can talk about the cheeseburger that they got from McDonald's. They can leave a review on a fucking rental agency. You know, like you can review anything. And it's really good as a consumer. Before I buy something, I can jump on Google and say, you know, like BLXCK INK review, and I can see if someone's left a review on there, and if they go, oh yeah, fucking Jake's a cool guy, he's got super long hair that's really well maintained, I appreciate his smile, and his podcasts are always fun to listen to, highly recommend, then I know that I want to be friends with Jake. You know, I want to wear BLXCK INK. But the other side of the review process is, you go on there and someone will be like, oh, wasn't up to my standard. No full stop, no explanation, barely a fucking capital letter in there, and then their name is some like, those comments always have one of 2 names, right? It's exactly their name, like Jake Kerr, all one word, or it's like fucking some ridiculous thing that they think is cute and then 19 letters on the back, like cat dog 7161692178. You're just like, oh, really? It wasn't up to your standard. Dude, fuck you. Who are you? What are you talking about? What sort of experience and understanding and knowledge of the subject are you coming from? It wasn't up to your standard? Why? Explain yourself. You don't have to limit yourself with like down to 4 words. You can really go bananas here, you know? And look, I'm going to pretend that you didn't watch the thing yesterday on Instagram Live, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. If you leave a review on something, to me, that says that you consider yourself so knowledgeable on that topic that you deem yourself appropriate to be able to give a review about it, right? So, for example, if my workmate, like say I'm doing a job and I'm in a work team of me and 6 other blokes that all do the exact same job, and one of them looks across and says to me like, hey, you know, I think you're doing really well, you've done rah, 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 I noticed that you're doing really well on the shovel, and like, maybe you could improve here and there. Dude, fuck you. Fuck you, right? Because I'm looking sideways at you. You understand? Like, I get that you get the job within your experience, and I get the job within my experience, and time regardless, dude, we're both fucking here doing the thing. But if my supervisor or my manager, my next in command, who is looking down at me from his position, purely from a bureaucratic or whatever it is point of view, he is my boss and he gives me a review, that's when I go, why, thank you, oh smart one, because you're obviously smart enough to not be doing what I'm doing, but in fact supervise it. Now look, you can definitely pressure test the analogy that I just used and definitely argue that people who don't deserve to be people's bosses end up being people's bosses, but for the sake of the argument, just fucking stay with me, okay? I'm not looking to be picked apart, I'm just looking to have some fun. So, when I read a review, or let's even say when I leave a review, I am without words have an agreement with the person who I'm leaving a review of, or the business or the company, and I also have a responsibility to the audience who are going to read this, that I have something to say, it comes from a place of knowledge, and here is why, right? So if you're going to leave a review, I'm assuming that if you leave a review about a cafe, that you have some knowledge about how a cafe works. You understand procedures, you understand systems, you understand management, you understand hospitality. Shit, you should understand coffee to a certain extent. Because if you're going to leave any sort of review, especially if it involves the words, the coffee was burnt, then dude, you need to understand what you are talking about. Because the type of person who's kind of read a review before they go to a cafe isn't a moron like you, not someone who's trying to fucking waste the internet oxygen with their fucking stupidity. Instead, it's going to be someone who actually like takes in the process, who looks at all the moving parts, who is making a decision as to whether, based off the things that are on offer and the service to which they are provided, is at a certain level, and from all that information they make a decision to go or not to go. Right? So using the cafe as the analogy, I might read a review that says the coffee is great, the wait staff are nice and quick, and I really enjoy the environment, the overall experience was fun. Right? So that tells me a few things that I'm worried about. I'm worried about the atmosphere when I go in there. I'm worried about, am I going to be waiting too long? I'm worried about the quality of the things that are on offer. And this review tells me all of that. But if fucking PigFat69 tells me, oh, I'm not up to my standard, what wasn't, sweetie? Was it the coffee? Was it the chairs? Was it the ramp in? Was that too much of a fucking deep slope for you to like not lose your breath when you got to the top? Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? So when, like, I'll be honest, I've got a Google account that I can leave reviews and shit on. And do you think that I don't leave heaps of reviews? Because you got to be fucking kidding both of us if you think that's the case. Dude, I leave a review on everything that I get a chance to, right? This involves, like, I know I've left a review on the Dwelling Up skate park once and like added photos and shit. Dude, it's got thousands of views. You know why? Because your boy's a fucking review master. And the reason I consider myself a review master is because I've got like this criteria that I go through almost automatically, like subconsciously in my head. Before I even unlock my phone with this dome, I go through like a, hey, do you need to leave a review? Like, is there anything actually worth talking about here, right? Second thing, do you know what you're talking about? Third thing, are you able to formulate a sentence or a paragraph or whatever it might be to actually explain the point that you're trying to communicate with the audience of people who are looking to read reviews about this place? And if all of those tick, 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 if there's one tick missing, dude, I keep doing what I'm doing with my day. I might go get a latte one from McDonald's because I don't give a fuck at that point about reviews. But if I met all that criteria, I go on. And when I go onto the app, get this right, the first draft of anything is shit. Of anything. I'm not talking about reviews, I'm talking about everything, right? I'll go on there and I'll write what I think I want to say. And then I do this wild thing. I go back up to the top where I started and I start reading from there again, and then I read it to see if it makes sense. Then I might read it again to see if it's contextual with the area. And then I might read it again to make sure there's definitely no spelling mistakes, and I read it again to make sure all my full stops and punctuation and bullshit are in the right place. Sometimes I'll even get someone else to read it. You know what I mean? Just because I really want to double down and making sure that I'm not looking like a dickhead in anyone's eyes. You know? So, eventually I post it as well. I press post, and then it goes onto the internet where it lives forever for everyone to see. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, the importance is that you make sure it's pretty fucking bang on, because it's on the internet. And that's the same with like everything that's on the internet. It's pretty much there forever. Even once you take it off, like all of my OnlyFans shit, guaranteed somewhere still on the internet, you know? Awesome. I'm so glad. That definitely won't come back to bite me on the ass. So the reviews really, I mean, I'm not saying that there should be some sort of, actually, yeah, I am. I'm saying there should be some sort of qualification that you have to do before you can leave a review, especially on something like Google, where it's like you can Google, especially if it's a location or a restaurant or something, Google the restaurant and then reviews, and then, I mean, it's going to be, well, it's in the Google listing itself, the review, and then I guess you got Yelp and shit, so, but it blows my mind when I get so upset when I go on somewhere and I read someone has like left, especially the star system as well, if somebody leaves 1 star and then like a piss poor explanation as to why they left that star, like, dude, do like some justice to the person who is trying to provide a service here, and at least tell them how you can improve. Because the reality is, like, you just expressing that you had a bad experience might just be you ballooning out in an area of your life that has nothing to do with the experience that you had. Shit, your boss might be going a bit hard on you, so then you go to this bakery at Smoko time, you get a sausage roll that's a bit fucking too hot for your liking and burns the roof of your mouth, and then you give them 1 star and then say, wasn't up to my liking. Oh, okay, Daniel. You're right, Daniel. Hey, you're good. Did you get fucking sauce with your sausage roll? Bruz, what's going on? Not important. I'm just saying that it is important. It is important. Obviously, that's why I'm getting emotional about it. But it just seems to be one of those, like, just don't. Just don't. But I guess it's not that different to... It's like the sort of person that puts those, like subtly sad posts up, waiting for someone to ask, like, hey, you okay? Hey, what's going on? You know, do you need a friend to talk to? They're putting up those posts to, like, kind of... to, you know, they're baiting their stories and they're baiting their posts to see who's going to fucking... And dude, who the fuck wants to be known as like the pity person anyway? Like, this is the thing. The human experience is full of bullshit. Like, it really is full of bullshit. Seeing someone go through heartbreak is so fucking, it tears you apart as a person if you care about them, because you know how real heartbreak is, but you can't see it at all. And the thing that like I'm sure that I've had my heart broken, in a sense, multiple different times in multiple different ways. And like, dude, don't think that I come from a place of knowing everything because I was born a fucking genius. No, man, I used to be all this cringeworthy shit, and now I look back at it, I'm like, just don't be like that version of you again, because it's really gross, you know? It's okay, but it's really gross, right? And when I think about the times where I seem to, like, kind of graciously and humbly, like, continue moving through these terrible moments in my life, whether it be heartbreak or loss or failure or whatever it might be, the thing, like, the thing that obviously at the start of this whole process, you kind of tell yourself, like, don't fall, like, oh, I want to put a post up, or maybe I want to put a post up about how sad I'm feeling. I want to put a post up about how happy I'm feeling. Dude, this isn't the time to post anything. You know what I mean? This is just for you now. It's just like, this whole time is just for you. And even like, if you're some sort of artistic person or creator or some sort of fucking, if you have an outlet, even if you're a push bike rider, like now is the time to delve into that. Now is the time to get serious about your work. Now is the time to get a hobby and find something to really commit yourself to and let it be a part of you. It's not the time to share these fucked emotions, because I know especially for me, when you're in those situations, you kind of find yourself like swimming around in this pool by yourself, kind of waiting for someone to dive in and be in there with you. And I feel like, you know, those people who go through a breakup and then all of a sudden they find this person and they fall madly in love, and it's not because they're trying to replace the person that they've broken up with or been broken up with, but in some sense they kind of feel like the deficit of aloneness is so much so they need that gap to be filled, rather than letting time fill that gap eventually until you come up to that 0 point of aloneness again, right? Does that make sense? So when you have someone that you care about taken away from you, if this is 0, where you can manage everything by yourself alone, you can live alone, you can be alone, you can manage your thoughts in a dark room by yourself and not be worried or be brought to tears. And then when that person's taken away from you, that goes into a deficit. So this is 0 and this is a deficit. This is where you go. And time does fix that. Time lets the water rise and find level again. But the problem is you can fill that space with drugs, with sex, with smoking cigarettes, with fucking just heaps of unhealthy shit, or you can just fill it with another body. You know what I mean? You're not replacing that person who had you up here. You're just filling this space with another consciousness. You know what I mean? And for some reason as a human, that feels really correct at the time. And every time in hindsight is such a ridiculous move, you know? Like allowing yourself to have that space, and like, this is the thing. Like, how cool is it? I've talked about this in the past before, about those who have been through addiction and withdrawals tend to have an interesting understanding of themselves, and also a different sort of respect for themselves. Because, I mean, if you've almost drowned 10 times, the relationship you have with water is different to a person who's never been in it, right? And I feel like the gamble that you play with life when you are addicted to something, the thing that you allow yourself to be consumed by and to consume your thoughts, and then to take that out of your life and out of your mind to be the person who did that and then experience all the negativity that came from that, gives you some deeper understanding of not life in general, but your life. It gives you an understanding of your character and the fiber that makes you up. And I see that thing is exactly the same way. Like if you see that person or that thing that was taken away from you, that thing that has created this negative deficit in your mind, then you are now in the learning zone. You are now in the fucking garden of uncomfortability, and it's your job to grow and to master this area, you know? And like, I find that with most things, that like, as I've talked about before, like the comfort zone is beautiful, but nothing grows in the comfort zone. If you can find yourself in the uncomfortability zone all the time, and not only like be comfortable there, motherfucker, be a resident. You want to be so comfortable there that other people don't know what category to put you in. They don't know how to see you. They don't know how to like perceive you, because you're constantly doing these things that not only question their idea of who you are, but you're questioning your idea of who you are. You know what I mean? Understanding that there's so much beyond what is possible in relativity to the idea of who you think you are, right? So whatever you're doing right now, whether you identify through it or not, it is an element within a character of how you see yourself. And when you go out and you try doing that indoor beach volleyball, or you talk to that person that works in the building next door that you've seen 100 times and you think they're cool because they rock up to work on a fucking night train that's been bagged and bombed and has a 26-inch front wheel. Now you'll find yourself going over there and talking to them purely because you thought that you couldn't. Man, if you're now the motherfucker who talks to that dude, what does that mean you can do on the weekend now? Does that mean you can wake up an hour earlier? Does that mean instead of being the person who identifies as, oh, I could never do that, you know, I'm not a morning person, fuck your ideas. Fuck your ideas. Wake up early tomorrow morning, wake up early the next morning, and wake up early 21 mornings in a row, whether it's the weekend, whether you got work or not, and become the motherfucker who wakes up early just to prove to yourself that you're not a morning person. And you know what? If after 21 days, you still wake up tired and believe you're not a morning person, you didn't do it good enough, right? That's literally what it is. Take responsibility. Don't look for an excuse. And it's okay if it's hard. It's meant to be hard. If it's hard, it means you're doing it right. And if that hardness gets easier, then that means you're really doing it right. And then if you start to develop a taste for difficulty and uncomfortability, you're there. You're doing it. All of a sudden, there's no such thing as I'm a morning person or I've got ADD and I can't help it, rah, rah. You're just the motherfucker who decides to do things and you go and do it. It's that simple, you know? Putting everything on the line for a dream that you've got then doesn't become something that's so rattling because you're the person who does things. I feel like I've said this literally word for word in a previous podcast. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I just get so fucking passionate about, it's not even like doing things. I get passionate about the fact that I'm breathing. Why aren't I challenging everything, you know? And I feel like even in a way, that's what allows me to go into my mind and think about the thoughts that I'm having. Having this experience where like at the moment I'm going through such a transformative stage, going from a caravan that I've lived in for 18 months to this beautiful big house that not only I can start a proper feeling of having a home with my family, but I've got this massive space that Black Ink can just inflate within and become as big as absolutely possible in this new realm of potential. You know what I mean? Like before I had a caravan to fill up with as much possibility and kind of things with Black Ink as possible. Get to a point where I literally had to move out. I got to that point, now I'm here and I'm fucking excited. Not that I'm here with my business, but that my mind carried me the whole way. My mind gave me the ability to see this in the future before it happened, to manifest it, you know, fucking manifest it into reality. But at the same time, it's fucking here, you know? And the fact that other people don't do this, and the fact that I've got friends that look at me and they're like, oh, you know, you're just one of those motherfuckers who flies close to the sun. Yeah, dude, because I decided to. Because I decided to. The difference between you and me is a decision. It's not a fucking, like, I was born this way, I'm fucking different. It's just, dude, go do it. You know what I mean? What are you scared of losing? What are you scared of failing? Who cares? I didn't even get out of breath on that one. That was a good point, though. It's a fucking good point. Give me 1 second. So, look. This is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun. Now, one thing I want to talk about, 18th of September 2021, there is a Perth motorcycle show or festival being held up in Perth somewhere. I'm definitely promoting it at the moment. I'm going to be promoting the fuck out of it the closer that we get. I'm going to have a stall there. Now, I need some mates there. I need some ideas for what I should have on sale there because I'm thinking of something crazy. I'm going to make 10 of these crazy items that no one has ever seen before. I'm going to have them on sale at the event. I'm also looking at making some one-off shirts. I'll also be having some pre-orders that people can pick up there if they're ordering around the time and they're from Perth. I'm also looking at... maybe, I don't want to talk about it just yet, actually. I'm going to leave. I'm going to let myself get a bit further along the process and I'll start talking about it. It's kind of the next step for Black Ink. I'm super excited. I'm wasting no time at all, taking advantage of all this space that I have. Also, my caravan has not officially been listed for sale yet. I've had a few bites on it, but no one has kind of bit the bullet. I still have someone that's kind of up in the air about it. So if you are interested, let me know. I'm going to be putting it on Facebook or Gumtree or both very soon. It's literally just a matter of having the fucking time to do it. I'm not sure if you saw on my Instagram the other day, obviously life was meant to start on Tuesday. Moving Monday, start life Tuesday. But anyone who's moved house knows that moving house takes a month. It doesn't take a day, you know. So I also got caught fucking... I didn't get caught. Obviously, the bloke who let me live here, there's a few things that still need to be done around the house. I said, look, man, I'd love to help you with this one particular job. When can we do it? And that happened to be Tuesday, which is the day after we moved in. So I kind of spent the day, it just so happened to be like the shittest day of the year. It was raining and hailing and fucking crazy shit. But we were concreting outside, installing a big sliding gate. And yesterday I was all over the place. I'm still doing local deliveries, managing my orders, doing all the bullshit. So I'm kind of chasing my tail at the moment. But I will get back to kind of where I need to be. And then I've got some fucking cool things that are going to... fingers crossed, propel Black Ink right into another tax bracket, I hope, at the very least. But yeah, just hopefully be hearing about Black Ink a few different ways other than what I do on online. So very exciting. I'm also at a point now where people are just sending me pictures of them in Black Ink every fucking day. Every day. Like, I'm so excited. I've sent a heap of, well, not a heap, I've sent probably about half a dozen items out to people that are just cool people that... and this is the thing, like, so I've had this whole conversation with myself about ambassadors. Ambassadors are kind of like a fucking rigged thing, because you're it's not a rigged thing. If you are doing essentially what I'm doing, which is, how would I explain it? What I do is I make a lifestyle for myself, and I record a lot of it on Instagram, and I post it for people to follow, and I also sell something in the background. Now, an ambassador specifically is someone who just spends a lot of time on Instagram, and they post regularly, they've got good interaction, they've got good reach, they've got good followers, and from that they've made like a billboard of themselves, and you can put your sticker on their billboard for a certain price. And I think having an ambassador and having someone that says, you know, get 10% off by using my code, blah, blah, it doesn't interest me. It's been done. I feel like it's on the way out. What I do like seeing though is people who are so busy doing their thing, they're so invested in their thing that they are an ambassador by default. So I really like finding those people, and instead of being like, you know, I'll make you an ambassador, I'll send you clothes all the time, rah, rah, rah. It's just like, hey, give me an address because I've got a cool piece of clothing that I want you to wear, I want you to have. If you can find the time or whatever, or if you're doing your thing that I like you for, whether it's riding motorbikes, riding push bikes, or you're in your boat, or you're playing piano, or you're whatever it might be, do me a favor, get a photo, get a video, send it my way, so then I've got something to promote. I'm getting heaps of videos and photos from that. But on top of that, just like absolute good cunts that are just wearing my clothes how they're meant to be worn, grabbing a quick snap before they head out or while they're out doing their thing, and sending it my way. I love seeing it. It's awesome. I'm going to try and organize a few more shoots where I can get out with customers and cool people and get some more photos, purely just to fucking have them. You know what I mean? And like having this space now, I'm literally like all the walls were, so this was all graffiti behind me. This is a bar area. It's an entertaining area for having fun and whatnot. So all the walls, I've been given the green light basically to fucking go at it, you know what I mean? Like, you put nails and shit where you want, hang things where you want. I've got countless things of black ink to hang around here, so I'm super excited to fucking get them all hung up, and then in the gaps get some great photos of people doing things, and like getting photos of people wearing black ink to fill up all the gaps. I'd even love a little bit of a Polaroid system where I can get photos of people here and add them to a wall or whatever, but obviously I'm talking about future, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's really cool to get all this, kind of get this digital feedback from people and seeing the stuff in action. So don't forget, send in all your stuff so I can have a look and post it and enjoy it together. But yeah, this is officially my first podcast in the new space. I'd like to thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, do all the shit, go on to Facebook, tell your mum about me, rah, 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 rah. You know what to do. And I shall see you next time. Motherfucker, I'm out. Yo!